Good morning and welcome to you all. I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining us today to celebrate the merging of our two wonderful organizations, Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County and Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas. My name is Katie Marie Glenn, and I am the Communications and Marketing Director for Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas. We all got new titles and new name changes. As you may know, for many years, we've been considering the possibility of bringing Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas and Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County together into one organization to better serve the entire Northwest Arkansas community. For the past several months, our staff, our board, and our community experts have been working on these plans and providing the due diligence needed to merge these two great organizations. Now, I would like to recognize the group who spent hours upon hours on Zoom calls, researching and developing the best possible outcomes for our recipients, our merger committee. I'd like to ask those members who are present today, can you please stand and be recognized? That's a lot of names and a lot of Zoom hours. Now, it's my pleasure to welcome our new board chair, Shelley Summers.
Thank you, Katie Marie. I've got your voice all of a sudden, yes. It's obvious that both Single Parent Scholarship Fund of NWA and Benton County share a rich history. Founded in 1984 by Marjorie Marug Wolf and Ralph Nesson, after realizing a need for supportive services for single mothers living in poverty who were looking to further their education was needed. So over the past 37 years, Single Parent Scholarship Fund of NWA and Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County have collectively given away 20,160 scholarships. Yes, thank you. And even more impressive is that those scholarships totaled over $15.3 million and impacted thousands of families here in Northwest Arkansas. We feel it's important to reflect on our deep history as we enter into a new era for Single Parents Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas. Please take a moment and watch this video that celebrates our two organizations' history.
Well, my involvement really was because my husband, Ralph Nesson, started the Single Parent Scholarship Fund in Washington County when he was the director of EOA of Washington County. At a similar time, although Marjorie Marug had already developed ideas and begun the Benton County Single Parent Scholarship Fund. So she and Ralph, she was a real mentor to Ralph in order to start the Washington County and fund, and also they became very good friends and supported each other a lot in their efforts in the Single Parent Scholarship Fund in terms of fundraising and finding support for the program. So I think that was really terrific that they had that relationship, really, and they always did right up until Marjorie's death. Because of the program being community-based, I think we all donate money to different causes that concern us, but a lot of times it's distant. We send in a check and, we don't really know even what happens with our donation. But for the Single Parent Scholarship Fund, and this held true right from the start, is that the people that supported it were from the same community as the people that benefited from it. The women who received the money for scholarship could use the money for whatever they needed it for. That was a great idea because there were so many other things besides books and tuition that people needed it for, childcare or car repair or to pay their rent maybe. So that the gift of that money could make a huge difference for people.
I was more than happy to be a part of some of the very early work that was started to try to bring a breadth to the very special needs of single women who were trying very hard to get their own education. And the beauty of a single parent is that you are given many opportunities to mentor yourself. But single parent scholarship targets very closely where it knows after a thorough interview and evaluation of the participants that they are helping people who are going to be truly successful. And because education is long-term, I think that there needs to be the close bonding between the organization and the student so that they understand the difficulties that will be coming are going to be there. No one is trying to gloss over that. But as they come, they will have somebody with them to walk through it.
So my dad was a single parent from 1953 to 56 before he met my mother. His first wife died of leukemia, and my brother was 2 when she died. And my father was in school studying to become a minister, and found, you need every bit of help when, and particularly back in those days in the 50s, a man going to school, raising a kid, pretty tough. So he always had a very soft heart for the single parent. So I hope that his legacy will live on as, if you can get your education, many doors will be open for you.
I mean, we called it the Spark of Hope because you don't have a lot of hope in your life if you've only got a high school education and you can't get a job that pays more than $12 an hour. How are you going to raise your children on that? How are you going to put them through school? Even if you don't go to school, it's your dream to put your children through college. How are you going to do that? So the way to do that most effectively is to help them get their college education. And it not only gives them a boost in terms of building up their economic power in the community, but it gives their kids something to look up to. This is not even about our community. This is about the students and what the students need, and how can we give the students what they need most effectively. I think Ralph would be thrilled with the merger. I think he knows that our community is growing. Northwest Arkansas is one big merger now. I mean, we have the history of all of our independent small communities, but those communities aren't small anymore. They're not generally filled with local folks. They're people from all over the world who are living in Northwest Arkansas. And I think Ralph would look at this and say, yeah, this is a good plan. We need to do this.
Being here today, my name is Randy Werner, and I am the board vice chair of the new Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas. Since our inception, our community has reaped the benefits from the resources and programs provided to these students. When we add a career-ready, educated workforce to our community, everyone wins. Thousands of single moms and dads have built their family's future and worked to end the generational cycle of poverty by making the courageous decision to go to college, then establishing careers in our region's growing workforce. These students have been empowered to build a career and a new life for their families. Our scholars can ultimately eliminate their dependence on government aid and charitable support, all the while helping to grow our area economy. And perhaps best of all, the children of our recipients see the efforts of their parents pay off and now think of college as an option for their own lives too. Right now, I'd like to welcome one of our recent graduates to speak with you today about the impact that Single Parent Scholarship Fund has made on her life. Heather started in the fall of 2017 with Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County and graduated spring 2021 with her Bachelor of Arts in Journalism, Advertising, Public Relations with a minor in General Business and Marketing from the University of Arkansas. Please help me give a warm welcome to Heather Hodge.
Morning, I might cry, but it's okay. In early 2017, I fled a toxic and mentally abusive relationship. I did not have a home, a car, a job, or any idea what I was going to do. I started waitressing and working long hours in an attempt to get my daughter and myself back to where we once were and on our feet. I heard about the Single Parent Scholarship Fund through mutual friends and family members. The stories they shared with me gave me hope for the first time in a long time. So I applied. I followed all the requirements to a T, and I kept praying and working for that acceptance into the program. I received that acceptance just before the fall of 2017 semester started. I went part-time at NWAC, and by fall 2018, I was able to secure a reliable vehicle with the kindness and support of this program and its donors. Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County worked with me to ensure that my college journey would be a success. We designed an academic path together. They supplied me with invaluable resources and contacts to help me with all my questions, because I have a lot of them. However, my small little family was broken. My daughter was really angry with me. She did not understand why we changed our lives so drastically. She lashed out. She was defiant and mad at me for making our move. I lost my confidence in being a mother. I had no self-esteem. I was full of self-doubt and in need of understanding the devastation that was my life and now my daughter's life. It was at that time the new counseling program started, and my daughter and I were able to enter therapy services individually as well as with each other. These therapy services allowed me to learn how to be confident, deal with my wounds, heal from them, learn how to manage my stress as a single mom and now a student. I also learned how to define my self-worth and find happiness within myself. I learned how to communicate and understand my daughter better, and the counseling program allowed her an outlet, not just talking to me, it allowed her an outlet to discuss her feelings. Then COVID hit, and a whole new round of emotions and turmoil appeared. And again, Twyla was there to help me and my daughter. I was now a stay-at-home mom, full student, and working all from home while she had a broken arm, and she was completely isolated from her friends. So it was interesting. During my college career, I was met with continued support. I soon transitioned out of waitressing and started looking for employment that would further my skill sets in the degree field that I was seeking to better prepare me for post-graduation employment. At every step of the way, I was met with encouraging words in the ability to spread my wings. And I also knew I had support from the scholarship funds to allow me to make the changes I needed to build my career portfolio. I was able to experience working in marketing through nonprofit and local city organizations. I had a chance to understand journalism a little better by working at a local newspaper. And I dug into advertising by working with Facebook and Collective Bias. I would not have the confidence or the ability to work in all of these areas without the support and guidance of Single Parent Scholarship Fund. In May 2021, just a couple months ago, I graduated. And just one day later, I started a new career with Acorn Influence, a local advertising agency. The relationship my daughter and I share is full of growth and love, and it's in that place because of the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County. My daughter and I will forever be grateful for the support and the compassionate individuals that we've encountered within this organization. I would not have my degree, I would not have a career, or be in any of these positions that I'm now in without the help of the scholarship organization and its donors. Thank you, staff and donors, for not only giving me an education, but allowing me to find self-worth and building that relationship that my daughter and I have now. That's all because of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather, for sharing your inspiring story with us. Now we'd like to introduce you a current SPSFNWA recipient of the scholarship. Hilary is a 3-time recipient who is currently pursuing her degree in interdisciplinary studies at the University of Arkansas. Please help me welcome Hilary Bell.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hilary Bell, and I'm a current recipient of the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas. I have received this scholarship since I started at the U of A. I am currently studying to complete an interdisciplinary degree in communications, African American studies, and human development with family science. I plan to create educational programs that teach life, personal development, and leadership skills for our youth that help set them up for success as they transition into early adulthood. One of my greatest reflections on life is that I often think about is if I would have known then what I know now, I would have made different choices and I would be a lot further down the road in life. The programs I create or plan to create include but are not limited to teaching coping skills, teaching how to heal from trauma, financial literacy, learning how to become more self-aware, and much more. I cannot change the entire world, but I can start by making a difference little by impacting lives and motivating people towards their potential and their purpose. One of my biggest obstacles I face is paying for school books and household bills while I attend school. When I applied for this scholarship, I thought it was just going to be money sent to me to help me get through school. But I came to find out that I was actually becoming part of a community. Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas has provided resources such as sending other scholarship information, helping with academic resumes, sending job opportunities, sending resources that may help with bills, and more. They check in with recipients to make sure we are doing okay, and they ask if any assistance is needed frequently. They give back to our children for their school needs, and they provide a list of electronic devices as needed to accommodate us for school. I can honestly say that this organization shows love and compassion for the single parents trying to accomplish their goals. The people that come together to volunteer and donate are absolutely amazing. They really are committed to helping us beyond measures. Now, what does that look like for me? They are a big support system for me, more than they can know, each of you, even the ones I have never met. They make things possible for me so that I can provide a better future for my kids. I think about each family that benefits from this single parent scholarship, and I look at it as seeds they're watering. Because of what they do, we will be able to show our kids how to better themselves. Some of us will be able to complete school without having large amount of student loans. Some will be able to give back to other single parents in need one day, and we'll be able to break generational curses on our family, all because of our decision to make and do better with your help. As a parent trying to raise 2 kids and maintain good grades while completing school can be challenging. It can be overwhelming, but anytime that I tell myself that I feel overwhelmed, I tell myself I am overcoming my challenges by succeeding at what I am trying to accomplish. I have learned that to better my parenting skills, it helps with communication between me and my kids. It can be frustrating for all of us at times, but we take those moments to ensure we all understand each other's needs and find ways to best accommodate them. Because of this, we have less chaotic moments and more productive days. I have a 3-year-old daughter named Fallon and a 9-year-old son named Dante. They look up to me and they follow my every move. My son takes an interest in the field of science and my daughter loves to cook and dance. I work hard so I can show them they can have a much better life than what I live. Not saying my life is bad, but I want my ceiling to be their floor. I'm showing them determination, ambition, and that no matter what obstacles may be thrown your way, you can learn through grace and forgiveness and keep moving forward to achieve your goals. There are so many experiences just waiting for us to show up. The problem is most people do not show up. There is an abundance of wealth and life enrichment waiting for us to grab a hold of. We just need guidance and someone there to show us the ropes. I cannot wait to continue my journey and to reach those ropes myself. And I can't wait to show my kids what life can offer them. The gratitude and appreciation I have for this organization is of high altitude. I know I am moving to put myself in a better position in life, and if I need anything, I can lean on anybody in the office. If they do not know my answers, they figure them out. The kindness and generosity experienced through them comes genuinely from their heart. I am thankful for each donor, volunteer, member of the board, and any employee that serves as a role for the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas. You all truly impact our lives for the better. We thank you so much.
Thank you, Hilary. Appreciate you so much. Excuse me, I have not started smoking, and just we'll leave it at that. Hilary, thank you so much. That was truly moving. Both of you spoke from the heart, and one thing that is woven through Single Parent Scholarship Fund, these stories are not the exception; they are the rule. And we are here because of our recipients, and we're so thankful. Hello, and thank you again for being here this morning. My name is Tyler Clark. I serve as the Chief Executive Officer for Single Parent Scholarship Fund in Northwest Arkansas. It's been my privilege to serve as the Executive Director of the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of NWA for the last 4 years this month, but I was honored to be asked to become the CEO of the newly merged organization. We've heard about Single Parent Scholarship Fund Northwest Arkansas's past, and we've discussed the present by hearing stories from our amazing recipient and alumni. I'd love to take the opportunity to talk about the bright future that Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas has. During the last 14 months plus of the merger planning, the merger committee dove deep and discussed what more could we provide our recipients that have not been offered previously. As a result, we were excited to broaden our scholarship and supportive service programs with the hopes that we can also provide more scholarships to single-parent families and further strengthen our Northwest Arkansas economy. Additional offerings include traditional degree programs, associate's, bachelor, and master's scholarships at 11 partnership institutions, and another 11 approved institutions for applicants to choose from. Credentialing and workforce development and scholarships at 6 locations. Base scholarship additions, which include full-time, three-quarter-time, and half-time terms. Grade point average awards. Financial planning and budget materials through various outlets. Behavior and counseling services for our recipients and their children. Access to computers, printing, and copying needs. Of course, the all-important tutoring. Career development, counseling, resume and interview coaching, learning coaching services, non-food / dry pantry needs, referrals for dental, eye care, and chiropractic services, community resources such as car repair and technology needs, and rental deposit assistance. And of course, access to the bevy of nonprofit community resources we have in our area. All of our staff members have been hard at work to fully prepare for the next chapter of Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas, and we are thrilled to be able to serve more recipients. At this time, I'd like to introduce our staff. If you'll please stand to be recognized. Shannon Campbell, Chief Operation Officer, or wave, if they're in the back, I think. Frankie Rankin, Chief Philanthropy, or I'm sorry, I called you, it's Shannon, Chief Operations Officer. We're getting used to our new titles. Frankie Rankin, Chief Philanthropy Officer. Carrie Miller, Chief Program Officer. Katie Marie Glenn, Communications and Marketing Director. Stephen R. Hines, Senior Director of Corporate Giving. Renee Hutton, Finance Manager. Twyla Roenick, Director of Counseling Services. Mallory Mounts, Annual Fund and Grants Manager. Sarah Stribling, Development and Program Manager. Caitlin Taylor, Program Director, Benton and Carroll Counties. Crystal Goodwin, Program Director for Washington and Madison Counties. Please give them a round of applause. With such a strong team in place, our recipients will greatly benefit from these expanded services and resources available to them. Now I'd like to introduce another important group of people to make Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas successful. A great nonprofit is only as strong as its board of directors. With that said, I'd like to introduce our new board members of Single Parent Scholarship Fund of NWA. Shelley Summers, Chair. Please, if you'll stand. Thank you, Shelley. Randy Warner, Vice Chair. Brian Wood, Treasurer. John East Gleason, Secretary. Board Member Anthony Sumlin. Board Member Brad Crane. Board Member Brittany Little. Board Member Brittany Duke. Board Member Carolyn Rodefer. Board Member Craig Overton. Board Member Felicia McCraney. Board Member Judge John Threet. Board Member Ladina Duncan. Board Member Mark Burdett. Board Member Mary Heeman. Board Member Mary M. Schneider. Board Member Rhonda Moore. Board Member Shannon Ortego. Board Member Dr. Todd Kitchen. Board Member Shelley Sotoquist Tagami. And our two emeritus board members, Doris Cordes and Ruth Collier. Please join me in a round of applause for them. We held our first board meeting last week on the 1st with great success, and they know that they're going to have a lot of hard work ahead of them, and I appreciate their dedication. With our staff, board of directors, community ambassadors, alumni network, and community volunteers, and donors, of course, the next 37 years looks just as bright as the last. Which reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from American cultural anthropologist Dr. Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. We look forward to the future, and with amazing support of people like you in this room and who are watching today live, we know that we can do incredible things. Thank you again for being here today. If you do take photos, which we encourage you to do, please tag us in your social media post and use a hashtag of hashtag SPSNWA, hashtag encouraging personal success, or hashtag changing lives through education. We do have box lunches on the back bar here, which you are welcome to take with you. And we also do have some tables for you to enjoy lunch if you wish. We have goodie bags that you must take with you as well. And near the exit, we have homemade cookies with our brand new logo as well. So we invite you to load up before you go. You're welcome to stay as long as you like and visit and connect, because I know it's been about 16 months since we've had this opportunity and it not being a Zoom call. So we appreciate you very much. Have a wonderful afternoon and drive safely. Thank you so much.